All right, here we go. Here we go. Testing 1 2 1 2. All right, we're going live in 3 2 1. No slurs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the studio. I am your host, Angel Bernard. What's going on? How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Coming to you live from an undisclosed location that will no longer be mentioned on the internet. I've made that mistake before. I've made the grave error of posting my location before, and it did not end so well. I was like, oh, if you guys are listening to the show, you guys know that I've always liked the idea of having a stalker. Someone who was passionate about the show, someone who loved my presence. Someone who listens to every episode 4 or 5 times. Who doesn't see it as a podcast. They see it as it's just me and them having a conversation. It's not a bunch of other people listening. It's just me speaking directly to them. I've gone on record saying that I would have loved to have that happen to me, and I can quite honestly say that I was wrong. I can wholeheartedly say that that was a grave, grave mistake. Anyways, people, coming to you live from an undisclosed location, we are back for another episode. It's good to be here. Good to have our health. Good to have our safety. We have a bunch to talk about. I missed you guys. Before we really dive into it, do me a favor. I got to get the plugs out of the way. You know how it is. You know how it is. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at HeyAngelBernard. Follow the podcast. Subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, share. Tell your friends about this podcast. You know what? Don't tell your friends. Fuck your friends. All right? Tell the racist on the bus. You know how when you gotta hop on the subway to go to work? You gotta put on your backpack and chain it up because you're about to travel through Gotham City on the subway to get to the office. Next time you're on the bus and there's a racist or there's a schizophrenic yelling on the subway, do me a favor, all right? Tell that person, hey, you know what? I got just the podcast for you, fella. I got just the podcast for you. And you tell them, all right? Don't tell your friends. Your friends aren't going to do anything for you. Tell the schizophrenic on the train. That's what I want you to do. That's your homework for the week. But it's good to be here. It's good to be back. I got my cup of coffee right here in my Harry Potter mug, which I understand it's not the most masculine of mugs to have. I'm going to get one of those Louder with Crowder mugs, the Steven Crowder ones. One of his mugs. I'm going to get one of those. But yeah, good to be here, people. Good to be here. First and foremost, before we really, get started, I would like to just say congratulations to the New York Knicks for making it to the NBA Finals. Congratulations to that franchise, to that fan base. I truly cannot think of another fan base that deserves to have that sort of, semblance of success, that deserves to have that endorphin rush, that deserves to be happy during these trying times. The Knick fan base definitely deserves it. They've been the butt of the joke, in the game of basketball for the past 27 years, essentially. Okay, not 27, that's a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. It's been a very tortured fan base, very similar to the Buffalo fan base. So congratulations to the Knicks fans. Sorry, I'm all over the place, people. It's been a hell of a week. I literally had to record the intro like 3-4 times. It was just, what are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do in the entertainment business? You do what you gotta do, right? That's showbiz. But yeah, had to get that out of the way. Congrats to the Knicks. I'm glad the Oklahoma City Thunder did not advance. Thank you to the San Antonio Spurs for taking those terrorists of the game of basketball, thank you for taking them out. You are truly doing the Lord's work. I cannot think of a more unlikable team. So you know that I'm Team Knicks. I'm normally a Celtics fan, but I'm not into basketball. I don't like the NBA. I think it's a terrible product. But they got me back in with this Knicks run. I found myself tuning in the past couple years, the past few years actually. I was like, this game sucks. Adam Silver, fuck you, you vampire. This game is ruined. LeBron James has ruined the game of basketball entirely. That was my thought process, and I still stand by it. I still stand by it. But this New York Knicks run really, really got me excited just because I know that the never-ending stream of jokes and the never-ending torture and pain that New York City basketball has had to endure the past couple of decades. So congratulations to them. And I feel like you have to be rooting for this fan base. I would love to show you guys the video of the one that really got me into the Knicks fan base. I know we're going to dive a little into the videos a little too soon, right? But if old glasses, if he starts talking about his week, he'll probably just be, weeping on camera for 57 straight minutes, no edits, just straight weeping, tears, cussing, cursing God. It was a very long week, people, very stressful week. We're working on Kiwi 3.5, and as you guys know, that is it's going well, but it is very, very, very behind schedule. Like everything in product development, right? We are severely, severely behind schedule. So it's going to be a stressful, sleepless next couple of weeks. So that is what is the root cause of my long week. If I seem a bit edgier, if I seem a bit more emotional, if you guys, if you feel me holding back tears at some point, at minute 34 or whatever, you just fucking hear ignore it. All right, I'm pushing it down. We're moving past it. I'm not thinking about all the 1,000 things that I have to do right now. I'm here with you. But this is the video that really got me hyped up for the Knicks NBA Finals appearance. This was right after the Cavs sweep. This was them in New York City, the mecca of basketball. Check this out.
There's no fucking Knicks! Piss on that fucking jersey! Who the fuck wants to go to Ohio? They're fucking butt! This shit looking like New Year's! Hey, yo! How you get a flag up there? Tell James Harden, Mom, I'm coming for dinner, nigga! Fuck James Harden! Fuck them strip clubs! Get the fuck off the strip club, nigga! Donovan Mitchell, we not delivering to your house no more, nigga! That's the finals! Knicks in fucking 4, baby! Smoking all that fucking Cleveland back! If we win the finals, we burning the city down!
And listen, let me tell you something. If you guys know anything about the Knicks fan base, they are legit being serious. They will burn that city to the ground. The state of New York is going to have to call in the National Guard if the Knicks win the finals. Philly has nothing on what the Knicks are going to do. Knicks almost burned the damn near city down on a first round exit a couple years ago. All right, that city, it's going to explode. It's going to erupt. And I got to be honest, I hope I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love a good night where you're like, all right, it's going to be a good scroll on the timeline and we're going to be scrolling good tonight. I saw this tweet right here. Check it out. Chuckled, of course. Last night, a drunk dude at the bar casually suggested uprooting the Statue of Liberty and parading it through the streets if the Knicks go all the way. Fuck yeah. And they mean that shit too. They mean that shit. But yeah, congratulations to the New York Knicks. It's great to see. I never thought I would see the day. I thought it would be like one of those like scenarios how Cubs fans they went their entire life without seeing a championship. That's really what I thought it was going to be like. But cool to see. I'm always a big fan of sports moments like that. Cubs. Now it's going to be the Knicks. Just the whole barrage. Hey, all that's left, we got to get a Cowboys Super Bowl, huh? We just got to get a Cowboys Super Bowl, and then maybe I'll be able to die happy. Um, but yeah, just had to throw that out there first. Like I said, I like to pepper the table. Again, sorry guys if I'm all over the place, man. This is yeah. I just I'm it was a very long week, very tiring week. Didn't get much sleep. Just found myself, typing away on my computer, and then next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm like, all right, well that's cool. I have to start the day in a couple of hours, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just wrapping up from yesterday. It was just yeah, and it kind of threw me off. My circadian rhythms all fucked up, even more fucked up than it was before. Uh is the moon in was it retrograde Gatorade? Is something going on? It's Gemini season. I'm a Gemini, so can I blame my horoscope for being a prick? I can do that, right? No, babe, I'm an asshole because it's the Gemini season, and that's my sign. Um, yeah, just felt a little off, and also we're entering June, the month of my birthday, turning 30 in a couple of weeks. I've been talking about this on the podcast, and it's been getting closer and closer, just you know, like the horizons of Iwo Jima, and we're on those fucking naval boats, slowly making our way towards it. God, what the fuck, man? 30 years old. I guess, do we talk about it? Nah, we're not. We're not talking. No. No, like everything else in my life, we will not discuss it. Put it on the shelf and get your ass back to work. That's what we're doing. We're not talking about the concept of aging and how that terrifies me, and the concept of not getting the not achieving the things I want in life by this day and age. We will not be addressing that. The thoughts that keep me up late at night. Oh my God, I'm 30. I still have no wife, no kids, no land, no health insurance. What am I doing with my life? Yada, yada, yada. We will not be addressing them. Put it on the shelf. We got to get to work, sweetheart. Put it on the shelf. Next week it's just me. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna hit a breaking point, and I'm going to just be bawling. It's going to be very funny. It's going to be very funny. But hey, you gotta laugh so you don't cry, right? You gotta laugh so you don't cry. I've been just trying to channel all that negative energy. Old glasses. He's been going to the gym the past few days, past week. I got really making the effort to go to eat healthy. I don't know if you guys can tell. But it's been a week. I don't know if you guys can tell that I've lost 50 pounds in a single week of working out. Feel free to comment. You look great, Angel. You look good. Keep it up. But yeah, it's been we're hitting day 8. Eating clean, just chicken, rice, chicken, vegetables, ground beef and rice, apples, peanut butter. It's really not that hard. It's really not hard. I know, like women, they kind of like to make it super complicated. They like to tell you that it's complicated. All these fitness gurus, well, no, you got to have this amount of dairy and this percentage of fat. It's like, no, dude, you just really, if you're an average Joe, if you're not competing to be Mr. Olympia, really all you got to do is just eat chicken, rice, and vegetables every single day for a year. Do cardio and lift heavy, and that's about it. You just got to chip away and just kind of eat like a dog. That's really all it is. Don't get all hyped up on this fitness guru shit. It's very, very boring. It's very, very boring. And I say this from experience because of those of you that have known me my entire life. You know that I lost a lot of weight, maybe 8 years ago, I lost a lot of weight. Just got on a super big health kick, dieting right. Um, and like all fat people, I slowly gained a lot of it back. But that's the old me. That's the old me. All right, we're in the gym now. Lean is the law. Lean is the law. I feel like a fat king. I need everybody here. Lean is the law. That's what we're going into, people. That is what we are going into. Especially, like I've been saying, that it's been a hell of a couple of weeks just dealing with a bunch of shit and eating clean, going to the gym, that type of like foundation. It really does help, dude. I didn't realize how much it helped. I mean, like I said, I've experienced it before, but I kind of forgot. And it over time, over the years, it just became a cliche. But it really, really does help to just have that type of foundation to keep you grounded. And that's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. I was like, all right, a bunch of shit it feels like it's too much. I think that's what it is. A lot has been feeling like it's too much. With the stresses from work, every app that exists on my phone is terrible. Truly terrible. I think that may be where a lot of my anger stems from, to be quite honest. Which is, I know it's a very like old man yells at the sky type of feel, but I'm really just sick of just opening my app, and it's literally just culture war, gender war, anger shit. I gotta clean up my algorithm somehow. I mean, I like chess. I like the videos of the kids with special needs thriving in the world. I like hockey reels. I try to like funny shit, but still, it still pops up. There's no escaping it. I've muted certain words, and they don't care. You're like, hey, I don't want to hear the term World War III every single post. Let me mute that word. So you do it, and then the app goes, ha, just kidding, fuck you, we're gonna do it anyways. You wanted it mute? Too bad. Here it is. Go fuck yourself. So I'm truly over this, the constant anger and rage baiting. Dude, I am so sick of rage baiting. Don't get me wrong, I think there's humor in rage baiting. I love the humor of it, but it hits a point where it's like, dude, we can no longer have a serious discussion without rage baiting. I think that's the issue. Before, we could have conversations, be like, oh, well, let's actually have a dialogue, and then someone would throw a rage bait joke in, and it would be very, very clear it was a rage bait punchline, and people loved it. Now it's just rage bait. Well, now I don't think gay should exist. And it's like, well, I don't think Christians should exist. It's like, well, I don't think men should be able to speak. Well, okay, I don't think women should be allowed to vote. Dude, it's all it is. That's all it is. And it's like, can we shut the fuck up? As someone with a podcast who talks for 2 hours every single week, month after month, can we please shut the fuck up? Constant rage bait. But they got the bag, though. They got look at their follower count, though. You just hating because they got 1 million followers, though. No, I'm hating because you all should be I don't know if I should say that, but I think I might have to bleep that. It's gotten too much, man. It's really gotten too much. I don't want to sound like Joe Rogan, like that genius where I go, yeah, man, I just post and ghost, man. I just post and ghost. I don't do that because they got me. They got us all. I'm addicted to this shit like heroin. Like heroin. These apps are not even good. I could understand if they were, fun to hang out in. Twitter used to be great to hang out in. It literally used to be like a town square. And I'm not talking 2019, 2018 when fucking It was like essentially blue sky. I'm talking 2012, 2011. It was literally a place that people would convene and hang out. Your friends were there. It was a true social media site. Now it's just it's terrible. Every app is terrible. So that's when I say it's literally heroin. I quite literally mean that. They're not good apps. These are apps of black tar that do not work. They charge premium prices for shitty products. That's what all these corporations, all these companies, that's all they do. Stop selling me luxury. If you say, oh, this is a luxury apartment, no, it's not. No, it's not. This is a luxury restaurant. No, it's not. This is a steakhouse. Stop calling everything luxury. Just because you throw that term on does not mean you can charge a fuckload of money. I used to pay $20 a month for a software that actually worked. I now pay $30 a month, and half the time it doesn't even work. Thanks, Adobe. Thanks. And that's only because I found some fucking loophole to negotiate it down to 30. It used to be 60. This shit does not even work. And whenever it does work, it works to simply piss you off. And again, it sucks having to say this, having to have this anger spew out, this hatred spew out, but it's the goddamn truth. It's the goddamn truth. People are gonna reach out to you. Oh my God, you are so angry. You were so angry. Dude, why are you so angry all the time? Maybe because we live in a digital prison. Have you ever thought of that? You ever imagine being in federal custody? Life in jail, no parole. And everyone else around you is giggling like a couple of schoolgirls talking about how great Avengers is. Talking about how smart the warden is. And then everyone looks at you and they go, dude, why are you so down, bro? Bro, like, why are you so down? We're just in federal custody, bro. Like, chill out. Yeah, but the warden got the bag, though, bro. Like you gotta think about it like that, bro. Like, whenever you think about it like that, like, dude, come on. He got the bag. That's essentially what I feel like I'm talking to constantly. And it's really hitting a boiling point. And please, I beg to God that you guys can at least see where I'm coming from. Have you guys heard of the term Enshittification? It's a very popular term. It's gained a lot of popularity in the past couple of years. Enshittification. Let me pull this up. Enshittification. The intentional degradation of an online platform or service's quality to maximize short-term profits. This is what we are seeing right now in front of us. So whenever, you hear people say, "Oh my God, why is every app bad?" Dude, do you remember when Ubers were $3? Now they're so expensive. Why, dude? That's by design. Everything is designed intentionally to get shittier. Ubers were cheap because they were subsidized by venture capitalists. AI used to be somewhat of a productivity tool because it was subsidized by venture capitalists. That is how these tech companies operate. They give you a lot at first for a small fee. And then whenever they have you by the balls, whenever they're palming your sack, and then they got a thumb up your ass, they squeeze and they raise the price and they make the product shittier because maintenance it's cheaper that way. Why would we need to try harder for someone that we already have by the balls? You ever heard of marriage? There it is. So that is what we are experiencing in real time. The decay of civilization, the decay of the digital sphere. This is a very positive podcast this week, people. It's very positive. But I had to just explain all of this out in the open because I think maybe the past 2 weeks I've had people, just with their head in the clouds that don't know what the fuck is going on. I've had people, multiple people go, dude, remember when Ubers were $3? Dude, why are apps so shitty now? And then I have to sit them down and I have to explain how, the whole process, the business of enshittification, how that works. Spend 30 minutes breaking it down for them, just for them to go, no, dude, I don't think that's it. So that is why I got that edge to me this week, people. That is why I got the edge. The prisoner is saying that we live in a prison, and he's being told he's wrong. Sad. Very, very sad. This was also, check this one out. This is a big video that I saw. Again, because my algorithm just, likes to feed me sadness. But this one is actually pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, and very, very, very dystopian. So, in order to open your Coca-Cola soda, you have to take another bottle that someone else has and I guess touch caps. Hey buddy, cheers. And that is the only way to open your soda. I mean, people, we are hitting levels of dystopian that we've never seen before. We are hitting levels of dystopia that Blade Runner could have never predicted, that Orwell could have never predicted. Tolkien couldn't even make this shit up. We are hitting unparalleled levels. And again, all I wanted in this dystopian society growing up, because even as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old, I could see the writing on the wall. I could see where this train was headed, the next stop where this train was headed. And I would ruminate on these thoughts and be like, yeah, I don't think things are that great right now. I think they're headed towards a very bad slide. You would think about these things, and as I got older, 15, 16 years old, I would become a little bit more vocal. 17, start, you start thinking that how to communicate with adults. So I would say my thoughts, and they would write me off, call me crazy. Just continued on through college. I would be in dorm rooms, stoned out of my mind, talking about the downfall of civilization and how it's upon us. I would be listening to Kid Cudi's Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying album, ranting to my friends on and on and on about how the tech demons are coming to get us all, and how society isn't what we think it is, and how it's all a facade. I would be telling my friends this, and they would not be listening. They would say, "Who brought the bummer? Who brought the bummer? I'm trying to get my dick sucked by some sorority girl, and this geek won't stop talking about the Patriot Act." Right? That is what I was met with, rightfully so. That I suck ass. That sucks ass. Who does that? But now, as I get older, as things become more transparent of what's going on in the world, everyone comes to light and goes, "Can you believe this is happening? Hey, Angel, can you believe that the government is spying on us through our phones?" I hear that, and it makes me want to do unspeakable acts. So maybe that is the reason for my anger. Maybe that is the reason for my bitterness, because I am constantly screaming to the world about what is going on, and I am constantly getting mocked for it. You know who else this was like? You know who else was humiliated and villainized for speaking truth about prophecies? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm not saying that. Some people, a lot of smart people. I wouldn't say I'm Jesus, but a lot of smart people say I'm like him. But in these coming months, more things are going to become transparent with the government, with aliens, with, I don't know, sea creatures that run Atlantis, and the Satanists, the pedophiles that run the pizza parties throughout Washington, D.C. Things are going to be slowly coming out more and more. And I'm going to have people, these well-adjusted people coming up to me and saying, "Can you believe this is happening?" Yes. Yes. Lady, the Twin Towers weren't even real. They were fucking holograms. Of course I can believe it. I believe anything at this fucking point. Lady, of course I know what's going on. I like to one-up these people. You always got to one-up these people. That's the fun of it. They go, "Oh my God, did you hear that? Like America, we might have been involved in the Pentagon on 9/11. Did you hear that?" And I go, "Hey lady, did you know that the mass shooting that took place in Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, the biggest mass shooting in American history, that they say was a lone shooter by Stephen Paddock? Did you know that it was actually Saudi royals who were partially at fault with that, who were doing dealings with Trump that night? Did you know that? According to some schizophrenic on the internet, I like to one-up them. You have to one-up them." I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore, people. I'm so fucking sleep deprived. That was just something that I really, really wanted to show you guys, because I saw that dude and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And Americans are so fucking fat for this right here. They're just going to buy 2 Coke bottles. They're not doing this in America because we would simply buy 2. And we would just, all right. Now I guess I got to drink 2. So that was a very interesting seeing these corporations, right, try to do these like cute, like promote connectivity, promote inclusivity, promote whatever. Hey, speaking of inclusivity, June 1st, It's June 1st, 1 p.m. Pride Month. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. We support the gays. We love the gays on this show. We simply ask that you just keep quiet about it. That's it. That's all we ask. You're welcome here. You can get a beer. All we ask is that you do not make it your entire personality around us. That's it. And if that makes us homophobic, if that makes the fellas homophobic, I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. Okay? But it is very funny seeing these corporations and these billionaires per se trying to. This is like a virtue signaling psyop. It feels like housing is at an all time high. Gas is $9 a gallon in San Francisco. You will never own a home. Impending disaster is on the horizon for the World Cup. Being single is a epidemic, pandemic, I'm dumb. Who cares? Divorce rates are through the roof. But let's ignore all of that and let's share a bottle. Hey, babe, ignore everything. Share a bottle with me. What if we opened a bottle together at the end of the world? That's what this is. That's a great fucking slogan. Fuck. Should I think I might make this on Instagram, like a Instagram story, and say, what if we shared a bottle at the end of the world? Oh, that's a good, dude, that's good. Is that merch? Fellas, are we doing merch? That's great, bro. That's so good. But yeah, that's the PR run that these corporations are on for including inclusivity and happiness and all this bullshit. But as things get worse in society, because I guarantee you things are going to get unfortunately a lot worse, it feels like. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with just kind of the overall zeitgeist, the gist, the vibe of this country. But it definitely does not have the vibe that it's going to turn around anytime soon. I don't want to sound too dramatic, but whenever you turn on any sort of screen that exists around you, it does not seem that things are going to be getting better anytime soon. So as this progresses, as we go down this path, corporations are going to try their best. They're really going to dial in on the cuteness, the quirkiness, the build a community, love each other. They are really, really going to start leaning into this. Take note, be wary. If a corporation says things are great, chances are things aren't that great. Whenever they say things are great, they mean things are great for them. Things aren't great for you. Things are great for them. Business is booming. We got a bunch of sugar heroin addicts running around this world. Things could not be better. So, like I said, as we continue down this path to Mordor, the propaganda, the gaslighting, it will only increase. It will only increase. You'll have billionaires telling you that you need certain things, that you need to go without certain things. Right? Kevin O'Leary, didn't he say that? Like, I don't know what the fuck he said. He should say you should go without breakfast or whatever. That's gonna be a big one. That's going to be a big one. As resources become more scarce, as meat gets more expensive, you're going to see billionaires and the ruling class push the narrative. Well, you don't need meat. You don't need to eat the meat. Like, actually, science says that it's really healthy for you to eat 2 bowls of dog shit every single day. Yeah. Science says that. And then Elon is gonna probably quote tweet it and be like, interesting. Very interesting. Right? Concerning. Concerning. And everybody's gonna just eat it up. They eat it up. So that's another thing. The corporations, they got us by the balls, man. They got us by the balls. Those cute social media accounts that everybody loves to follow and repost and like their ads. They got us to build parasocial relationships with corporations. So now they can feed us their propaganda and we can believe it. No, babe. Bombing Iran, that's a good thing. No, babe. The Olive Garden Instagram account said that we should bomb Iran. So, like, how bad can it be? We idolize corporations and billionaires. So the propaganda is endless. Truly endless. I saw this, dude. This is right here. I think this is Andreessen. Jamie, pull this up, please. Here we go. Okay. The main guy, A16Z, who runs it, the head honcho, he recently released a video with Boston Dynamics, Boston Robotics, that CIA company on the East Coast. He recently released this video where he goes on to say that humans do not need dogs, that humans will not need dogs in the future because there's going to be robot dogs. I'm not joking. I am not joking.
Hi, I'm GC.
And I'm VC.
Who's your friend here, VC?
This is Woof AI, an AI native companion platform that combines robotics and machine learning. You'll never want a real dog after this.
Well, I think people like dogs as they already are, though, VC.
You don't need to walk it. You never need to tell the kids you sent Milo to the farm. We're leading the seed and could probably make room for you.
Well, I'd love to hear more, but we actually have a really high bar around responsibility for these things. Is Woof AI okay?
Of course he's fine. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Doesn't look
easy,
happy.
Easy. Stay. No. Stop.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
So the billionaire class is now pushing the narrative that you do not need dogs. Dogs are a thing of the past. That's the narrative they're pushing. Hey, you know the most loyal animal to ever exist? A man's best friend, truly a man's best friend. There is nothing more loyal, more loving than a dog. The dog will love you through. The wife could leave. The business could fail. You could be on the outs with your family. You cannot feed the pup for 2 days because you can't afford it. And that dog will still love you with all of its fucking heart. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it, to be quite honest. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. The relationship that they have, the idolization that dogs have for their owners. It's probably the closest thing next to like childbirth and love. It's probably the closest thing that we have to the proof of the existence of God. There's a strong argument to be made that dogs love, that a dog's love is the closest proof to God that we have as a species. So now you have these vampires. Look at, dude, you're telling me this guy isn't a vampire? A16Z, really? Zero hair follicles? $30 billion funding immortality startups. You're telling me this is not a vampire? And I can say all of this shit. You know why? Because these firms, these people, they're not going to fund me. Oh, Angel, aren't you scared that they're gonna they're not going to fund me. I've reached out to these people. I've tried networking. They are not going to fund me. So why do I care? Why am I going to keep kissing the ass of the people that have no interest, that do not want anything to do with me? Oh, he's just being petty. No, this is insane. I have no issue just speaking truthfully and publicly about this. And of course, you know, they throw the quirky end scene. Let me pull it right here, where the dog just essentially starts attacking and getting pissed off. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, look, hey, look, guys. Hey, guys, you know how like you can come home to a dog that loves you, and that wags its tail and that jumps in your arms and that licks your face and cries and whimpers because it's so excited that you're finally home, even though you were just gone for 5 minutes. You went to get the mail. What if we replaced that and we gave you this? What if we replaced the happiness and the love from the greeting that you got whenever you entered your safe space, and we gave you this? Man, now do you guys see why Old Glasses is feeling a little angsty today? Why he's got some edge, why he's a little angry? I feel like these are valid reasons, right? Shout out Martin Shkreli. It's not too late to delete this shit. Hell yeah. Just fuck, man. What do we do? How to stop feeling crazy. Grounding techniques, yada, yada, yada. No, I need something now. A pill to fix me, to bring back the arrogance and the ignorance that I felt as a kid, where I didn't know what existed out there in the world, the horrors that I didn't know satanic pedophiles controlled our government. Give me something that's what I need. That's what I need. But that is why we are going back to the lean is the law. This actually just had a good point right here. Grounding techniques. Those actually do work, right? But also having a routine is also another grounding technique. Sorry, I'm all fucking all over the place today, fellas. But having that routine, that is a grounding technique. So that is why lean is the law. With all the craziness that is going around, here it is. I saw this. We're playing on from last week. As you guys know, my tweet from last week. This was my tweet. The rest of 2026, gym 5 times a week, build 10 hours a day. You know the whole thing. This is an Instagram reel that I saw that we are also going to be building on. June challenge. It's June 1st. Happy Pride. Like I said, water only. Well, I'm going to do black coffee because I need it, bro. No black coffee, fucking kill me. I'm useless. No junk food, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, 10,000 steps, gym 4 times a week, running 3 times. I gotta get into cardio, bro. Journal and read. I know a lot of you reading, it's not, it's kind of impossible for a lot of you. I love my demographic. but try to get those 10 pages. At least listen to 10 pages. This is what we got to do. All the craziness that is floating around us in the world. I just gave you guys a peek of the depths of hell. Now regroup. Read. Tell your family you love them. Board up the windows. Buy a shotgun. Get toilet paper. Stock up on groceries. And hit the gym. Ground yourself. Meditate. Read. Enjoy art. That's one thing I've been doing. I don't know if you guys have been kind of keeping up or picking up, but I've been just really knocking out. You know, you'll hear me on the podcast be like, "Hey, I watched this, great movie, this historical movie, like Apocalypse Now or the Ocean's trilogy." I've been really knocking those pieces of art out. Books, right? Crime and Punishment, Brothers K. Kafka on the Shore. I'm taking all the classics, all the great art that humanity has to offer, and I'm consuming them. Now is the time. Because the end of the world is on the horizon. So before it all ends, I would like to at least know, all right, yeah, I would like to know the classics, understand them, digest them, watch them, log them on Letterboxd, on Goodreads. So that is also another big reason why I've been really diving into consuming just other consuming things other than slop, which is brings me back to the apps, how they suck so much ass. That's my push. That's my challenge for you guys this June. Regroup. Summer is always I'll probably train from my days in school. Oh. Hit the desk. Sorry. We're good. But summer, probably just trained biologically or whatever in my DNA at this point. From all my years in school, this time period was always a good time to just regroup, focus, hit the gym. It's a transition period. We're going from the first half to the second half of the year. God, 2026 is already halfway over, people. Halfway over. Christmas is going to be next week. I got to start saving up to buy my loved ones some gifts this year. One of my goals, I would love to spoil my loved ones with some gifts. So I had to start planning 6 months in advance because that's life. But I think we're going to start wrapping it up, people. I'm not entirely sure how long the episode is going to be this week. I think we should be good. I'm not too worried about it, but my apologies if I wasn't, in here all giggly like a couple of schoolgirls dancing, frolicking, cheering. It's been a very, very long week, and with work, stress, sleep deprivation, and the decay of the civilization that we have around us. It all was just a little too much for old glasses. But if there's one thing that you cannot say about me, all right? You cannot say that I don't leave it all out on the field. All right? Yes, I may be angry. Yes, I may go on rants. Yes, I may be wrong. Yes, I may have nervous breakdowns on the internet once in a while. But if there's one thing you know for sure, as I left it all out there on the field, I try to keep at least my personal life private. I'm kind of big on that. You may call me an old school guy, but I'm big on keeping the private life private. But I know it doesn't work that way, right? In order to get the parasocial relationships, you gotta lay it all out there. So that's what I'm slowly doing. Takes a little bit of vulnerability, to be quite honest. People are like, just talk about it, just say it all. It's a little, just to lay it all, throw your balls on the table for the internet to see. It's not that great.